Okay, praise the Lord, Apostle Tal Mak here. I'm excited to come to you today on an interesting topic, 7 signs to know that you have a spiritual husband or a spiritual wife. 7 signs to know that you have a spiritual husband and or a spiritual wife. The first sign that will tell you that you may have a spiritual husband or a spiritual wife is sex in the dreams. When you have sexual intercourse in the dreams, in your dreams, that is a major sign for you to know that you might have a spiritual husband or a spiritual wife, because many of the things that are happening in your dreams, they are actually happening in real time, in reality. Many of the people who have sex in their dreams, when they wake up, they discover that they have a discharge and something has actually happened in the physical dimension. And number 2, instability in relationships. Instability in relationships can also be a pointer that you may have a spiritual husband. I'm talking about a situation, a scenario whereby you enter in a relationship, you move out, and you don't really explain how your relationships don't end up not working well. Number 3 is unexplained fights in relationships. Unexplained fights in relationships. You don't even know how you start fighting with your spouse or with your boyfriend, or sometimes you actually be happy and things just turn around as if someone is causing those fights. That can show you that you have a spiritual husband or a spiritual wife. And number 4, every man you meet will end up struggling financially, especially if you are a woman. You meet a guy and he's driving a car, he's stable financially, but after meeting you, things begin to fall in their lives. That is actually a sign that there may be a spiritual husband. You must understand that a spiritual husband is so jealous that, whenever you want to be involved in any man, the spiritual husband will begin to frustrate that individual, even financially, spiritually, and physically. Okay, and then number 5, anger. You usually regret after doing certain things. Anger can be a sign that you have a spiritual husband or you have a spiritual wife. Number 6, barrenness. I'm talking about the lack of the fruit of the womb can actually be a sign that you have a spiritual husband. A spiritual husband, what it does is that it can lock up your womb in a bid to try to frustrate the guy that you are dating or the man that has married you, because it knows that the moment you become barren, it may be a major cause for the man to be pushed away from you. That can actually be a major cause, a major sign that you have a spiritual husband. And number 7, dreams of marrying different people. You see yourself in your dreams and you are marrying different people. That can be a sign that you have a spiritual husband. There are many other signs that I can actually explore, but today I just want to focus on these 7 signs that can show that you have a spiritual husband. There are things like lack of sexual feelings actually can be a sign that you have a spiritual spouse or a spiritual husband. You are married, but you don't feel anything for your husband, you don't feel anything for your wife, can be a sign that you may be married to a spiritual husband in the realms of the spirit. And if these things are happening to you, please, you need to seek deliverance.